Hello, how are y'all doing? Today is July 3rd. It's currently 7:21 p.m. Usually I would wait till a little bit later to make a night vid because usually they're easier for me to work with, I don't know, lighting and stuff. But I just realized it's probably better that I do it now. I just finished a song of mine, so I'm feeling pretty good, and I feel like talking about some of the things that have been going on. I really want to discuss change this video. A lot of things in my life are changing. Hold on, let me fix this. Okay, I didn't really do anything, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, a lot of things in my life are changing right now. A lot of things I couldn't have predicted or prepared for either. And I think that's a big part of life. Things are always changing. Some things not so much in your control, and you have to learn to adapt to change. Me personally, I've never had a problem with change, or even I don't know what the word is, but when change happens quickly, I never really had a problem with that until recently, where it's things that I didn't even want to change were becoming different, and sometimes it could throw you off track. I know I dealt with a lot of change when I was in school. Wasn't recording when I was in school, but I dealt with a lot of change when I was in school, and it completely destabilized my whole train of thought to the point where it literally felt like I was just living every day on autopilot. I was there, but I wasn't really there. A lot of the things that I was dealing with, which just completely threw me off of pace. I wasn't pacing myself. I wasn't focused on the right things, and I was just too engulfed in things that didn't matter because they would help me take my mind off things that I was already worried about. It just made my life hell. I couldn't do well. I didn't get good grades even after the first semester. When I realized these things were happening, it just continued. I just thought that it wouldn't get better, it wouldn't change, and I wasn't using the resources I had to achieve the things that I wanted to achieve. It completely threw me off. It put me on academic probation, and then I got on academic probation, and I still was letting this shit whoop my ass. I didn't even want to do better, to the point where it was bro, I just thought that all this shit was pointless and life couldn't get better than this, because this are the things that I have to deal with, and if these are things that are happening to me, then nothing better probably will come of this life. It didn't take me until recently, or the beginning of last month, to actually realize the mistakes that I had made, and how I had let things that I could have easily just thought on and overcome completely influence my life and put me in a horrible position. So I completely held myself back from things that I was trying to achieve because I thought my life couldn't get any better than what I was already going through. I thought, look, this is the worst it's ever gonna get, and it won't get better than this. It's okay, things were already bad, so it was just I was doing things that I don't even care. It can't get worse than this, right? So kind of crazy when I look back on it, because it's I could have did things so much differently if I would have had the way of thinking that I do have now. I came to that epiphany now, and I really wish I would have been able to come to that epiphany then, so that I could have made a better life for myself. Now I'm still attempting. I'm not completely out the game yet, but I'm still attempting. So it's just, sometimes we have to learn to just know. You need to find your own healthy way of coping with change. Majority of your life will be out of your control, and you want to make sure that those things that you can control, you have full focus on, because that's what's going to matter in the end. I couldn't control what happened to me, but I could have controlled my reaction. I could have controlled what I did about it. I could have controlled how I decided to live after those situations, and it would have changed everything. Knowing what I know now, or going about things the way I go about them now, I could have changed my reality completely, and I could have moved on from those things. But instead, I let it limit me to whatever frequency, whatever you like to say. I allowed it to hold me down, and in turn, it put me in a worse position than I was already in. And then once I snapped out of it, I look back and I'm like, bro, this is where I'm at. This is what I did to myself. Sometimes we need to learn to embrace change and approach things differently. You're not gonna like it at first. I know I didn't like it at first, and it damn near hurts. Sometimes it hurts me to have to stick to the routine that I set for myself. But it's that's how bad I want it. I refuse to fail again. There is no room for failure. That's how bad you gotta want it. You gotta really look. Nothing's gonna change until you really want it to change. You can say anything you want, But words mean nothing without action. They don't mean anything if you're just sitting there and deciding to do the same things all over again. There are literally days now, as I've made these videos, where I wake up and I'm like, damn, I don't want to record today. I don't want to record today. I'm kind of tired. I want to relax. I want to sleep. I want to lay in my bed and watch what am I watching right now? I'm watching Lost. It's kind of like an old series about these guys this plane that crashed on an island. But yeah, like there are days where I want to just lay in my bed and watch that shit and do nothing. But I get up anyway. And I make a song anyway, even though I don't be feeling like doing that. I get up and I make a song anyway. I get up and I record and I do this anyway, because that's how bad I want it. If you don't want it for real, nothing will change. You can lie to yourself. You can try to convince yourself that you want things to change for real. But if you're not taking any action, you're not taking any course of action to achieve that goal, you're lying to yourself. And the more you lie to yourself, you reinforce the behavior that you can do it again. So the next time you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm serious about it now, your mind is convinced that you're just lying again. So you break the fucking, you don't break the cycle. You don't stop that habit. You just do it again, because you've already convinced or condition your mind to believe that you don't have to stay firm on the things that you say. And your mind believes that, okay, well, he's just telling another fucking fib again. He's not actually gonna do it. And I'm not gonna give him the energy, or I'm not gonna give him the positive thoughts, or because your mind controls your thoughts, but your thoughts don't always align with you. But I'm not gonna give him positive thoughts that influence his behavior to make him get up and do this. It's all about how you treat yourself. I'm looking at the camera. I usually don't do that. I want to stare. I want to let you guys know that this is like me personally saying this to you. Nothing changes if nothing changes. It is all about what you decide to do. You can sit here and do nothing, or you can sit here and change your fucking life. I'm trying my best to change my life. I am staying firm on my routine. I'm making sure that I make a video a day. I'm making sure that I make 2 TikToks about my music a day. I'm making sure that I do those things so that I want to make sure that I achieve the life that I'm trying to achieve. So I don't have room for failure. I don't have room to lie to myself. I need to get up. I need to drop a video every 2 days, at least every 2 days. That's my thing. Sometimes I can drop them back to back. Some days I feel good and I drop my videos one day. Okay, wake up the next day. That time hits again, make another video. Or there are days where, okay, like, okay, I could take a break. I could give myself some leeway. So I made the time 2 days so that, if there's one day where I don't feel like doing shit, I can take that day. The next day, I drop another video. I'm doing everything I can to stay firm on the things that I want to reach. If I don't, I'm lying to myself, and then I'll just keep repeating that same behavior. And I've been in that loop before, and I know what it's like. But that one day, you have to just decide to just get on that, to just focus. Because if you don't, you'll just keep living in the same cycle again. And I've seen my parents struggle. I've seen my family struggle. I've seen the money problems. I've seen the life problems. I've seen what it's like to lose people. I've seen what it's like for it to see my family or my friends lose people. And I know what it's like. I refuse to repeat the cycle of just having to deal with money problems. But my goal is to escape all of this. And it may take time. It may take time that I don't even like, but that won't make me stop. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna drop a video, and you're gonna like it or you're not. But I'm never gonna stop doing it because of what I think, how long it'll take, or anything like that. I'm not focused on that. This is about me. I love it. I wake up. I'm happy to do it. And that's how I know that things will change at some point. And you just have to be on the same wavelength as me. You have to know that one day everything will change if you focus on the things that you love, and you stay consistent in doing those things. Consistency is everything. And if you're dropping fucking 2 videos a day, and you're waking up, you're dropping 1 YouTube video a day, at some point something's got to shake, right? Something, right? Every single day you're doing that, something's got to shake at some point, because bro, consistency is everything. Now, if sometimes quality matters, and maybe I don't have the best quality, but if you fuck with me for real, you're gonna fuck with the videos. And if you fuck with what I'm saying and you believe what I'm saying, then you're gonna fuck with the videos, and the videos will go up, and it's just a domino effect from there. But you have to love it. And what I like to say is, what is real will prosper. So if you don't really love it and you're convincing yourself that you do, you will not make it anywhere doing that. You will not make it anywhere doing that, because it'll be clear that you don't love it like you say you do. In reference to music, there are plenty of times where I'm just like, bro, this shit's flopped, bro, I'm quitting. And then the next day I wake up and make a song again because I just can't seem to shake it. That's how much I care about it. That's how much I love it. So when I say I'm gonna stop. Even I don't even believe that. And I wake up the next day and I do it all over again because that's how much I love it. There are times where I see my videos don't go anywhere on here. I look at the views. I'm like, damn, it's still at 20 views in this long. It's been 20 hours. It's been 2 days and I'm still at this many views. And I'm like, damn, maybe I should quit. And I wake up and I want to make a video all over again. Something like piques my interest. And I'm like, yo, I could make a great video talking about this. You gotta love it. You gotta fall in love with it. And I know people say it all the time, fall in love with the process. No, fall in love with all of it. Fall in love with the numbers. Fall in love with the process. Fall in love with what it does for you. Fall in love with what you talk about. I'm happy to speak about these things because I've dealt with them. And for a while, I didn't know how to talk about them. So me being able to do what I do now, it just gives me an entirely different perspective. It allows me to change my mind. And in turn, I would change my life. That's simple. I want to keep it short. I hope you guys are having a good day. And yeah, signing out.